Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Computer Show. Guys are doing well because they're having a wonderful day on this 15th May 2025. Today we're talking about, it could have been, but it hadn't. It wasn't supposed to happen. It wasn't meant to be. So, a quick intro to the video, a quick know-how. Once again, it's not planned, so this is me improvising to get some time to play the tower or to find an intro. Let's pretend like I'm trying to find an intro, please. That way I can pretend like I'm doing quality content and content that is meaningful and I care for. So we were doing you can see, I'll actually show you. I love the sunrise. You can see the sunrise is not really there. So like, you know what? I'm gonna get my sunrise no matter what. So we went out and I was like, okay, well, let's do nature corn. So nature corn is sometime this filming from the balcony because we do have a balcony. We're lucky enough to have a balcony. And sometimes it's going out and trying to look for something. Now, call me crazy, right? But the sun will always rise in the same place. So if I want to see sunrise, oh holy shit, look at the bird. See the bird? Look at the bird. This is not planned. Dude, don't drop the fucking phone. It was too late, but at least the phone didn't drop. And at least we got the footage here. It was a bird on the rooftop. Beautiful bird. So I went out and thank God I went out because I got some superb scene. Strongly recommend seeing the nature corner of today. But one of the songs that I was listening to because I like to listen to music as I go out was A Day to Remember. And that song was The Unapologetic. Unapologetic. Unapologetic, if it means a lot to you. Right? And a song, and it really touched me because I was singing, and for some reason I listened to a song, I did a playlist that was really good, but this song in particular, right? And that song, the whole song is about something that is not meant to be. And lately we've been going through a bit of depression, a bit of a depressive episode. Right now, this is not me victimizing myself, this is not me saying, oh, wow, it's me, I'm depressed. But this is me saying that, I mentioned this before a lot. My first depression was horrible because nobody was there for me, right? And I was like, dude, I'm there for everybody, but they weren't there for me. So I said, fuck you, right? And I did a big depression because I felt abandoned. I felt unloved. Then the second depression came in. And of course, the remnant of the first depression, but that nobody helped, the fact that nobody cared, I was like, fuck that, I'm not going to talk to people. I have a choice in between, and this is crazy. I have a choice in between telling people I'm depressed and they don't help, or not telling them depressed and they cannot help because they don't know, right? And then we had our third depression, which was since October. In and out, episodes in, episodes out. And this time I have to tell it because I'm making content and I have a community and they care about me, they worry about me. So I decided to share, right? And this time, it was not because a lot of people showed up for me. A lot of people really showed up for me and it was a beautiful thing and I was extremely grateful for that. But at the same time, a lot of people didn't show up for me. Now, technically speaking, I have to go to the bathroom. Holy shit, it's raining. We're back. So yes, so like I was saying, sometimes people are going to be there, sometimes people are not going to be there. And there's a lot of things that changed. There's a level of maturity where you understand that people don't owe you shit. You were there, awesome, thank you so much. You weren't there, you know what, you don't owe me shit, it's okay. Next time you need help, I'm not going to be there, but that's okay. Right? And there's another factor where you're like, you know what? I didn't expect people to be there because I've been hurt in the past. And my expectations are low because I've been hurt because of that. And then lastly, there's a third case. And then there's a third case. And that third case, you know what? I have to be able to fix myself. I wasn't able to fix myself when I was younger, but now I'm an adult. I'm a man. I'm independent. Willful. I got every tool that I need in my toolbox, which is to fix myself, right? Doesn't matter how we taught, but we fix ourselves. We're fixing ourselves. We're not completely healed, but we're on the road to heal, to healing or health. I won't lie and say this. You know, there's people that you wanted to be there. That's the difference. That is very the difference. My first depression, I felt like I needed people to be there, right? I felt like I needed people to be there and be like, yo, I need you. And now it's different. It's like, I really like you. I really do. Like, you're a good friend of mine. You're an incredible friend of mine, and I want you to be here. Please be here. And it's because of who they are. It's not because you need help. It's because of who they are, right? I was talking with Andrew yesterday. I was like, "Yo, Andrew, I'm sorry, dude." And it's funny because Andrew was the only person that I apologized to yesterday. There's a bunch of people that came in, but Andrew was the only one that I apologized to because I like Andrew. So yeah, so we continue. We're you know, you want people to be there, and then when they're not there, you don't feel betrayed because like, oh well, that sucks, but that's life. And then there's a big replacement that happens, and that big replacement that happened is it's no longer why weren't you there? You probably think you would be there. It's like it wasn't meant to be, which is the song this morning. This is what it made me realize, because we were talking about depression this morning and this song played, and it made me realize it wasn't meant to be. And I feel like it's such a complex question. It wasn't meant to be. So this friendship wasn't meant to be. This relationship wasn't meant to be. This workplace, because we're looking for work, wasn't meant to be. You know, everything happens for a reason. But there's also the fate, Fate. So whatever, everything that happens for a reason, and everything that happens was supposed to happen. But of the grand scheme of things, right? So that being said, it's still weird because that friendship wasn't meant to be. And you cannot force a friendship, you cannot force a relationship, you cannot force love, you cannot force. And love comes in multiple fashion. Love comes as a person to person, but it also comes as friends, right? And this question of it wasn't meant to be, I feel like it's a cop out. I feel like it's the most healthy thing. Don't force relationship. Be okay with if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. Be okay with saying this was out of my power, this was out of control, and this is okay. This happened, c'est la vie. That's life, moving on. But then, is it in your mind? Is it your perception that it wasn't meant to be? Maybe you're not putting in the effort. Maybe you're not reaching the person halfway there. I was dating this girl. That's actually a really good example. And this girl was really involved. And then she was too involved. So the next girl that I was looking for, or we got to know, was a bit not evolved enough. I was like, okay, not sure how I feel about that, but okay, no problem. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know. And then we had the third case, which was again a girl that wasn't present and keeps on disappearing, and she's back, but she's gone, and then she's back, and you're like, I don't want that. And then you realize that you missed the girl that was there too much. Because she was there too much, but she was there, you know? Versus not being there enough, and she's just not there. And back then you thought it wasn't meant to be, but maybe it was meant to be. Maybe you didn't put in the effort. So it's such a tough question to ask yourself. Was it meant to be? Or did I give up before it was time? And again, if you follow the... Bon matin! Ça va bien? Good. You see, you have to ask yourself, am I giving up before it's time to give up? If we're following the train of thought of fate or my neighbor, fate or everything that happened for a reason, right? Was I supposed to have this friendship? And then it's stupid because if you end up the friendship, you were meant to end up this friendship, but it just feels like a cop out. You should be able to nourish, you should be able to cultivate relationship and friendship and bonds and have hopes, right? Not constantly believing that everything is a picture of fate, everything is the result of fate. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with saying that. I don't feel like it's truthful. But then at the same time, you cannot change the past, you cannot change the future. You can only accept what's going on. And what is going on is not in your power. Right? So letting go is hard. Letting go is hard. And knowing when to let go is harder. And the song this morning, if it means a lot to you, right? The girl, she wants to be friends, right? And she's like, the guy's like, I don't want to be friend with you. I want to stay friends, right? Then maybe if she stays friends, maybe that was the right thing to do. Maybe she'll come back to you. But then do you really want to be a friend to someone you love? No. So So it's such a complex question, when to give up and when to fight. And I could give you the answer, but I don't have it, so. Looking forward to doing part 2 of this video. I gotta go to my father's house. I love you guys. Take it easy.